All right, let's get this straight. No one likes working in the dark. If your ads manager or ads agency isn't keeping you in the loop, you're not just losing sleep, you're probably also losing money. So, in this episode, we are talking about building trust and open communication with your ads agency. Because if you're not working with someone who you trust and that trusts you, it's time to make some serious changes. All right, let's talk trust, shall we? So, building and maintaining open communication with your agency or whoever's managing your ads is everything. No, really, like without trust, you're constantly going to be second guessing and micromanaging and stressing out over every little update. And who has time for that? That's not why you go work with an ad agency. So, if you're working with someone that isn't giving you the updates that you need, when you need them, you're really walking on shaky ground. Okay. So you should never feel like you're having to chase them down for information. We're going to dig into what that means to have a really good partnership based on trust and communication so that you're always in the know. So here's the deal. You're putting your hard-earned dollars into Facebook ads, and you deserve to work with a team that you can absolutely trust. A team that not only respects your knowledge, but also knows how to guide you in the right direction. So if you can't trust your ads manager, then what are you even doing? It's a two-way street here too, okay? So it's not just about the agency trusting you to deliver what they need. It's about you trusting them to do the best for your business. Because let's be honest, you didn't hire them to babysit them. You hired them to grow your revenue, right? So let me tell you about one of my absolute favorite clients, Michelle. So she was on top of her game, always delivering content on time, always asking the right questions of us. But you know what really set her apart? Is she trusted us to handle the ad strategy while still being open about learning more about how the process works. So we had an open communication thing with Michelle. So right from day one. So anytime she had a question, she could shoot us a message and she would know that she would get an answer without a long wait and without any sort of runaround. Okay. And so because of that, we were able to move quickly. We were able to pivot whenever we needed to. And get this, we absolutely crushed her campaign goals. She knew exactly where her ad spend was going. She knew how her KPIs were tracking, and she knew which steps we were taking to optimize her ads. She never had to guess or wonder because we just kept that communication flowing. So let's talk about the opposite, which is bad communication. It's sort of cringy, but we're going to do it anyways. So maybe you've been here before. You've sent an email or a text or shoot, even sent up a smoke signal, okay, and nothing, crickets, right? You shouldn't have to hound your ads manager or ads agency or worry if your campaign is off the rails because you see the money going out. And if you don't see the money coming in and you have no idea how things are tracking, like that is absolutely chaos in my mind. I cannot imagine operating that way. So even my client, Nathan, he's talked about how he's waited weeks for answers from his previous ads manager. Weeks, you guys. I can't wrap my head around that. So here's a red flag. If you're constantly feeling like you're the one that's catching issues or having to follow up on things that you've already discussed with your agency, yikes, that is a bad sign. Okay. So you deserve an agency that's proactive, not one that hides things until it hits the fan. That is super out of integrity. So this is why setting expectations that are clear, setting communication expectations that are clear straight from the get-go is crucial. So when you onboard with an agency, lay it all out, right? If they're not proactively telling you this, then ask them this. Questions like this: how often will I get updates? What's the process if I have a question? How will we be tracking performance and results? And so if the agency doesn't have a solid plan in place for how and when they're going to communicate with you, if they don't have a clear answer for that, or they don't proactively tell you that during the sales or onboarding process, then you need to turn and walk the other way. You don't want to be left guessing how your money is being spent or waiting days for a simple response. No one has time for that. All right, so let's break this down. Open communication builds trust, and trust leads to results. And that's exactly what you want. You need an agency that's going to keep you in the loop, that's going to answer your questions and be transparent with how things are going, whether the news is good, bad, or ugly. I had one of my ads managers on my team was like, I didn't want to share the ROAS because it wasn't good. And I was like, no, we share it. We share it, and we share it because we want them to know that we know. Like, we see that the ROAS isn't great, and that it's down from last week. So as hard as it is to share a lower than average result than what we had been seeing, it's not fun, but like, those are the hard things that you have to do. And that's how an agency should be performing, is being super transparent. Okay. So remember, this is a partnership. It should feel like you're part of the process without being like buried in every detail, because you don't want that either. There's a balance. You want to know what's going on without actually having to micromanage. So if you are working with an ads agency or an ads manager right now that really keeps you in the dark, it's time to ask yourself, is this a right partnership for me? You really do deserve to work with someone who not only delivers you results, but keeps you informed every single step of the way. Okay. Do you want to know what real communication looks like? Book a call with me today, and let's see how we can work together to build a partnership that's based on trust, transparency, and absolutely killer results. All right, that's it for this episode. Don't forget, click the link at the bottom of this page or somewhere around this video to book your call. And let's make sure that you never feel ghosted by an ad agency again. I'll catch you in the next episode.